Well, India's chicken neck may look like a narrow strip on the map, but it carries the lifeline of the entire northeast. It's at its narrowest. The Siliguri Corridor is barely 20 kilometers wide, connecting over 45 million people in the northeast to mainland India. Surrounded by Bangladesh, the China-Bhutan tri-junction and the sensitive Chumbi Valley region, this corridor is one of India's most strategic security zones. Decades of incomplete fencing and operational gaps under previous governments created vulnerabilities in infiltration and border security. Now, with 120 acres handed over to the centre for BSF infrastructure and border fencing, faster control over highways, troop movement, rail upgrades and military logistics is being strengthened. This is a strategic move to secure India's borders, connectivity and national integration. Hello and welcome. You are watching Deep Dive. My name is Vineet Malhotra. In recent months, Siliguri has been a central focal point for cross-border issues concerning Bangladesh. The strategic city located at India's Chicken's Neck corridor has experienced several key developments. So why is India fortifying the Siliguri corridor? Let's break it down for you. Firstly, fencing work has started along the India-Bangladesh border in the Fancy Deva area of Siliguri subdivision after the West Bengal government handed over 27 kilometers of land to the Border Security Force, marking a key step towards strengthening border security in the region. Visuals from the border town showed fencing work underway, with officials initiating groundwork following the long pending land transfer. The move is expected to bolster surveillance and improve security infrastructure along the sensitive international border. Residents of the area expressed relief over the development, calling it a long-awaited measure to address persistent security concerns. The development comes days after West Bengal Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari announced in Howrah that the state government was ready to transfer 27 kilometers of land for fencing along the India-Bangladesh border, along with additional land for border outposts and BSF infrastructure. The Chief Minister had said that the decision followed renewed coordination with central agencies after earlier delays in land allocation. He had also criticized the previous Trinamool Congress government, alleging it did not cooperate in providing land for fencing, which he said had affected border security. The Chief Minister added that the decision taken in the first cabinet meeting had set the transfer process in motion, with the land to be handed over to the Ministry of Home Affairs within 45 days, after which BSF fencing work would be completed. On the other hand, a BJP MLA in North Bengal has formally urged the state government to carve out a separate Siliguri district from the existing Darjeeling district, arguing that the strategic Chicken Neck corridor requires a more efficient governance structure. In a letter addressed to Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari on May 20th, BJP MLA Ananda May Burman said that the long-standing demand for a separate Siliguri district had become necessary because of the region's growing population, strategic importance and administrative difficulties faced by residents. Siliguri subdivision forms the plains of the Darjeeling district. The subdivisions of Darjeeling, Kurseong and Mirik form the district's hill areas. Burman highlighted Siliguri's importance as the second largest urban hub in West Bengal and largest city in North Bengal, claiming that over 25 lakh people reside in and around the city. Burman underscored the strategic significance of the proposed district because of its location in the Siliguri Corridor, which is called the Chicken's Neck. The proposed Siliguri Administrative District lies in the heart of the Chicken's Neck Corridor, sharing borders with Nepal, Bangladesh and providing access to Bhutan and Tibet. According to the proposal, the new district would include the entire Siliguri subdivision under the jurisdiction of the Darjeeling district and parts of Jalpaiguri district which are within the Siliguri Municipal Corporation. The proposal is for the inclusion of portions of the Rajganj block in Jalpaiguri district, which covers nearly 200 square kilometers, including Siliguri Municipal Corporation wards from 31 to 44, apart from the Gram Panchayats of Dabgram 1, Dabgram 2, Fulbari 1 and Fulbari 2 in the proposed district. The proposed district would comprise 4 assembly constituencies: Siliguri, Matigara, Naxalbari, Fancy Deva and Dabgram Fulbari. If the new district is created as mooted by Burman, it would be spread across around 1,000 square kilometers. The MLA argued that residents of the Dabgram Fulbari constituency have to travel more than 40 kilometers to Jalpaiguri town for official work. Burman has said that Siliguri possesses the infrastructure required for district status, including the Siliguri District Hospital, Siliguri Mahakuma Parishad, a Siliguri Municipal Corporation and the Siliguri Police Commissionerate. Thirdly, in a major strategic and infrastructure move, the West Bengal government has cleared the transfer of 7 crucial national highway stretches in the corridor to central agencies, paving the way for stalled road and railway expansion projects in one of India's most sensitive regions. It will also improve the Bihar-Bengal corridor through Malda and Murshidabad and upgrade the road spine running through Murshidabad, Nadia and North 24 Parganas up to the Indo-Bangladesh border at Ghojadang. The move is also tied to a much larger strategic railway expansion plan in the corridor. The centre is planning to expand the existing double railway line into a 6-track system, including a 40-kilometre underground rail corridor between Teen Mile Hat and Rangapani stations. The underground section, to be built 20 to 24 meters below the surface, is designed to shield critical military supply logistics from potential aerial strikes, artillery attacks and drone warfare. Security experts have long viewed the Siliguri corridor as a geopolitical pressure point because any disruption in the narrow strip could potentially isolate nearly 50 million people in northeast India from the rest of the country. The latest handover is now expected to accelerate long pending infrastructure work in the region, which has become increasingly crucial amidst rising security concerns and growing connectivity demands in eastern and northeastern India. Security concerns around the corridor have increased over the years, particularly after the 2017 Doklam standoff between India and China near the India-Bhutan-China tri-junction. Doklam is at the tri-junction of India, China and Bhutan. It is part of the strategic Chumbi Valley leading to the Dokla Pass, which connects Tibet with Sikkim. China and Bhutan have a territorial dispute over Doklam. In 1998, both sides agreed not to change the status quo in the area until a final settlement between the two countries was achieved. The current standoff commenced after the Chinese began to construct a road in the disrupted area. So the matter of concern is the Chumbi Valley, a tenuous and treacherous mountain frontier which connects to the Amuchu River. Reports based on surveillance images suggest that the construction of villages by China along the Amuchu River as it triggered speculation that Bhutan has ceded territory to China. The corridor is also seen as a choke point in any future military conflict involving China. If China were to ally more directly with Bangladesh or secure access to bases like Lalmonirhat, it would give Beijing new leverage in the region. Lastly, Bangladesh's Prime Minister Tariq Rahman, who took office in February, formally asked China earlier this month to help with its Teesta River restoration project. The $1 billion scheme aims to dredge the rehabilitation more than 102 kilometers of a waterway that originates in the eastern Himalayas and passes through India's Sikkim and West Bengal before flowing into Bangladesh. China has long shown an interest in reviving the Teesta River, which passes close to the Siliguri Corridor, a 20-kilometer wide, 60-kilometer long sliver of land also known as the Chicken's Neck. From India's perspective, Teesta is no longer a water-sharing issue with Bangladesh, it is a security issue. The Teesta sits close to the Siliguri Corridor or the Chicken's Neck. The project's perimeter sits about 30 to 50 kilometers south of the Chicken's Neck. The Chicken's Neck is not just a cartographic curiosity. It is a strategic fulcrum for India's northeastern policy, its neighborhood diplomacy and its military